morning, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. This is Rob. Welcome to Market Mornings. Let's go ahead and make sure all can hear me. If you would please type the number 1 in the comment section in that chat box. Let me know that you can. I would greatly appreciate it. And as we get started here, keep in mind that everything we look at is for educational purposes only, and nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. And if you like what you see here, folks, make sure you're following along with the various social media platforms that we've got out there. There's a ton of information going on out there day in and day out. You want to make sure that you become part of that on a regular basis. Thank you for all the ones, everybody. I appreciate it. Trip, Miguel, Ed, Erica. I can't see them. They're moving too quick, guys. Morning, Ops Trader. All right, man. My window is fairly small of what I get to see there on notes. Thank you, everybody, for that. I appreciate it. All right, we got a couple things to jump into today. Not a lot of newsy candidates out, but I do want to go and look at some stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look first at the futures. I'm going to write a song. I'm going to have Sean write a song called Sea of Red, right? Because that's what we've got yet again today. Even gold is getting smacked as the market is coming down. The S&P 500 down another 75 points. The Dow is down another 450. The Nasdaq's getting hammered at about 300 points to the downside. The RUT is down 31. Bitcoin is down 3,000 to 33,000, under 33,000, 32.9 right now. Ethereum is at 2,400 bucks, we'll call it. They're down 286. Gold is down 15.5, and crude is down $2.50. I am not overly upset with crude being down at all. Let me just shut that down because I think it's still too high, right? And then I think it's too high. I don't think it's a sustainable number. Guys, I paid yesterday, and I know it's higher in other places. That doesn't mean I like it. I paid $4.49 yesterday for gas. My wife had to fill her tank up also, and I said, did you fill up? She goes, yeah, but I didn't fill up. I just put in a little bit because I'm going to go look somewhere else to get it cheaper, right? It's just crazy on the numbers. So we were up at 111, right? Right here. I mean, this is on Friday at 111, and now we're down at 107. You go back for the last couple of days, this is a big drop in comparison to where we had been. This was a strong bottom right here at 108 to violate, right? And now we push down as low as 106 and jingle, right? So the next stair step for it is going to be down here about 105 3/4 is going to be the next place. We're going to be looking at a support level. You've got this support here and resistance right back here, right? So there's the key on that. So I'm glad to see it going down a little bit, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at some trades from last week. Guys, those of you that did some trades last week, whether they were trades we did here or trades on your own on Friday, drop them in, let me know. And it doesn't matter. Winners, loser, break even makes no difference. Funded, not funded makes no difference. The difference is if we want to build that true community here, if you guys truly want to be part of that, participate, get involved, just share what you did last week. I'm going to go over what we did from the updates from Friday, and then I'll share one with you that I did that was not on the updates as well. So Square, SQ, is the only one that I took from our list last week. They were up on earnings. I said a bull put spread below 89 or to use pivot points, right? So on the spread on Square, right, let me go bring that one up for us. Actually, let's do it in TradeStation. Right, so here's Square on Friday, right? So Square had a gap to the upside, but failed immediately, right? So if you waited a little bit for Square to kind of bottom out in there and start to bounce, because we were looking at below 89, okay? So you needed that bottoming out to take place and us to start to climb again before taking the trade. I like Square. I know Square. I'm very familiar with Square. I'm not concerned with them, right? On that bounce, now because of waiting for the bounce, some of the premiums depreciated in there. In other words, the news was out, the earnings were good, it gapped up, the rest of the market just pulled it down. Remember the phrase, 70 to 80% of all stocks move in the direction of the S&P 500? Well, markets were down. Didn't matter. We had good news. The news was overridden by the overall market direction, which pulled Square down. But on the bounce, I was able to get 30 cents on the 89.88 bear call spread. You were able to buy it back later in the day for about a dime. Had you waited, it would have expired worthless. But 20 cents is what we took out of this on Friday. So overall, Not a bad trade, okay? So that's Square. SPY, max this one, this screen here. So here's SPY, all right? And so 9:55 a.m., all right? So where are we at? So right in here, we came down, we closed, and we started to bounce on the pivot point right here. This was on our S2 level, support 2. We started to bounce in there. I took the trade, had to deal with some heat as it broke through a little bit, and it ran up, and we wound up exiting at 10, right about 10:20. So on that big candle, we were a little too tight to take a midpoint on it. I didn't bother, but we moved from 406.60 up to 410.20, we'll call it, in 25 minutes, right? But that candle was the selling candle right there. $4.50 on the 405 call options is what we bought, and they expired on Friday, and sold them at $6. So it was $1.50 of profit in there. I did not get a chance to look at anything else in the market. You know, this became lunchtime, but that would be the bounce in here that I'd be looking for. Again, lunch, right? So we got kind of blah in there. Much bigger move. I would have used the midpoint for half, right? And then as the market started to fall apart, which is not surprising on a Friday afternoon, as we pushed up and started to fail in there, these were other opportunities to take some bearish trades. But I only got the first one in the morning. Just had to walk away and deal with some other stuff. So hope that was helpful. This is if you're not using pivots, if you're not trading SPY and Qs here today, Monday, we got expiration on Monday for SPY, right? So every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday, you have expiration. So we have the 9th, the 11th, and the 13th are all our expiration days, right? And then the 16th, the 18th, the 20th, right? I mean, we've got every other day basically is an expiration day for the SPY and the Qs. So to me, it's a no-brainer as far as the better ones to pick from are them right there. So let's see, morning, Larry. Yeah, Sean said diesel is below 6.49 a gallon. Let's go. Yeah, I know, Sean. You must be getting killed with your truck. Sean's got a big old vehicle. How many gallons does that thing hold, Sean? Oh, hope everything is good. Erica said no trade surgery last week. Eric, I hope everything is good from last week. John said 1 win, SPY. 1 win, 1 loss, up 35% overall. Okay, good. Sean said, I've been waiting for Salish Barrett entries all week. And the day that I don't trade is when we get the massive slide. Well, you got to be in it to win it type thing, right, Sean? Ops Trader said SPY bear call spread winner, 2 held till today. Something a SPY put missed mind, missed the med. I'm not sure what that meant, Ops Trader. A SPY put and got stopped out. Okay, so you took a SPY put, got stopped out. I got the gist of it, so that's fine. Chris said iRobot bear call spread small loss, Square bull put spread 25 cents, SPY 74%, Q's 94%. Yes, great job, Chris. Linda put 2 CCE trades on Dow and GOW, on which I'm still in, plus 2 day trades. Microsoft 170 and AMD at 285. Nice. I had bought AMD on Wednesday. Okay, excellent. No trades for Don and Chris on Friday. Yep. I mean, it's just, listen, guys, I've said it here before. I say it all the time to my students. Before we had weekly options, Friday was a day off for me, except for the monthly expiration. I would take the day Friday off. I wouldn't work. I wouldn't trade. I wouldn't do anything on it. I was done. It was fishing day, woodworking day, gardening day, family day, whatever. I wasn't working on the market that day. With Fridays being expirations now, there's still a lot of opportunity and a lot of money to be made on Friday. Evelyn said, not feeling well, no trades for a week now. Okay, well, listen, I agree with you. You got to take care of your health, right? That is the most important thing. All right, let's go take a look at some candidates for today. Now, here's the thing. We ain't got a lot of candidates today. It's a Monday. So what does that mean? There's not a lot of earnings coming out on Friday night. There's very few earnings come out pre-market. Brokerage firms are just getting in and starting to look at what they're going to upgrade and downgrade. So you don't see a lot of those that are valid ones in there. We got a couple. We'll go through them, but we don't have a whole lot of picks for the day. So here's my list. There's 6 candidates on it today. I've got it, and one of them is a monthly option. I've got it broken down on Omega charts for us. So we're going to go there. I've got my option chain open here, and we'll pick from that, and we'll rock on like Donkey Kong, baby. So BNTX, they had earnings come out. They are right now up $1.83. Remember the adage, though. And guys, you've got to make some decisions here on a day like today. If you know BNTX and you know how it trades, you know its heartbeat, you understand it, you've got your own dossier that you've built on it, you know that company, and the market's going down and they're going up, you can trade them if you understand that company, which is what I said with Square. I understand that company. It's in power option plays. I do the video on them twice a week, right? We're constantly doing updates on that company. So I understand its heartbeat. If you don't understand a company like BNTX and it's not your company you normally would trade, you might want to back away from a bullish move on such a massively bearish day. And we're down 62 points right now on the S&P. Now, if markets flip and things get better, awesome. But if they don't, awesome. You probably want to stay away. All right. With that, we've got earnings on it. They're in a bearish bias overall. They're up $2 right now to 138.36. Let me come here. Let's bring it in a little bit. Unscrunch. 138.36. 35 to 55 would be 20. We're about where we need to be with a Fibit, but we're only at that 138, guys. I'm going to wait on this one. Not interested. It's just not. We've got a strong bearish bias. You know, if we break, here's what I'm going to write down. If we break and retest the 135, I'm going to look at a bear call spread above 136. All right. If we do that, today is Monday. I got to write that on my sheet. 5-9. Okay. Let's look at CRM. Salesforce. They had initiated coverage by a broker, right? By a firm. They already were in a bearish bias. They've got earnings coming up shortly. CRM right now is down $3. So apparently the news story or the conversation about them is not great, right? Their bid-ask spreads are not bad. They don't have a whole lot of open interest on the calls. Their puts are decent. Yeah, puts have good open interest. Puts have good open interest. So right now we're sitting at 166.5. So we're just below that 167.59 level, right? So we're going to look at a bear call spread above 168, right? As long as we continue to move down from the open, a bear call spread above 168, right? And they've got 170s is where we would look at being, right? So $2.50 spread right now. We're from last week's numbers. We're looking at $1.15 on a $2.50 spread, so not too bad. Dish, D-I-S-H. Whoa, did they get hammered? Holy mackerel. Guys, you're not used to me saying this early, but we only have 3 candidates left after this. So go ahead and drop your trades in. They're the ones you want me to look at for the day, right? Big swishing move to the downside. Nice bounce in there. Phenomenal move down on their earnings. Dish got 2 upgrades, but 2 little companies. They're down 59 cents right now on the market. The upgrades aren't helping them any in pre-market. We're at 2163. Let's see. Do we need a Fibit inside of here? 21.5, 24.5 is $3. We do not. We don't need a Fibit in there. So I'm going to say we're going to look at, well, let's pull this over. We've got a resistance at 24.5, right? What is 24.5 going to do with a call option, right? So 24.5, 25, you could pick up 12 cents on the 24.5, 25. So a 50-cent spread, you could pick up about 33% rate of return on that if you're right on it. Guess I like it. Now you may choose to go 24.5. Actually, there is no 25.5. So that either your choice is 25 or 26. I would not put the added risk on of 26 to pick up. Oh, actually, it's 18 cents. So maybe. But let's write the note. Let's put it out there. All right. So we're looking at a bear call spread above 24. Let's just call it 25. Above 25. We still have 20 cents for the 25-26. Yeah, let's not do 24 and a half. Let's do above 25. All right. On Dish. MTCH. Right. MTCH. They're only down 7 cents right now. They got an upgrade. Right. They were down much more. They were down a little bit more than that earlier. $74. I'm going to look at a bear call spread above 77. I don't care that it got an upgrade. They're in a bearish bias. The upgrade hasn't driven them. So it's no news, right? You go to the doctor and you got a problem, right? And you think, you go to the doctor and you think you've got COVID, right? You got a sneeze, sniffles, whatever, headache, whatever it is. You have a symptom and you think you got COVID. And you go to the doctor and you're worried about COVID, and the doctor goes, it's just allergies. You're good. Don't worry about it. Oh, I feel so much better, right? It was a non-event, the news, right? You were worried about the news. It was a non-event. The news is out. It's a non-event. It didn't help them any. So we're not going to worry about it. The market is bearish on Match Group. So we're going to trade this bearish with a bear call spread, right? Riven, RIVN is our next one. They're down $5, guys. Ford had an announcement. I don't know how many shares. But Ford came out and said they're selling shares. I don't know if it's all of them, part of them, but they have been hammered today, down $5.22 to 23.5. And to add insult to injury, they've got earnings coming out in just a couple of days, right? Make sure to confirm on dates as far as earnings go. So right now, we probably need to scrunch a little bit there. We got, all right, 14.20. Ooh, goodness gracious. Okay. So here, let's go add a -5 in there because we definitely need the -5. $21 to 28 is $7. So we're pretty close as far as Fibbits go. And right now we're sitting at 23.5. So we're right about where my horizontal mouse is. So we're going to look at a bear call spread above 28. Right? It's hard to garner what it's going to be today because of where we're at, but what we've moved. But as of Friday, I mean, a $28 spread, the $28 strike was $3.13. So, but that was pretty much at the money. So we're going to have to see where it opens up today if there's any value in it. Now, TSN is the one that has monthly options on it. It's our last one. It's got the monthlies on it, right? So when you look at them, right, as far as call options go, not a whole lot of open interest. There are some, right, but not huge. On their put options, they have almost none as far as in the money. They've got one strike, but you've got enough in here to work off of, right? You've got 2 strikes that have enough open interest on it. So, and they expire on the 20th of May. So 11 days from now. So right now, TSN, let's see. I didn't write it on my sheet. Didn't transfer. It was earnings for them, right? It's earnings. They're up $2.43. This was big money on, this is Tyson Foods, right? This is big money on beef and chicken. They've got great premiums they're holding in there. And as I'm listening to the news story this morning about it, I'm thinking out loud to myself saying, well, of course, these food processors, food's going up, but they're not saying, oh, we're going to cut our prices back because no one's going to buy it. People are going to buy chicken. They're going to buy chicken. It's not like we're not going to buy it anymore. They're still going to buy food. They still need meat. They may buy different cuts. They may buy less of it, but they're still going to buy it. In other words, the food company's not going to lower their profit just to make it cheaper for you. That's the White House's opinion on gas is ExxonMobil should lower their prices so it's cheaper for the consumer. Really? Wow. Are you going to lower taxes to make it easier for us since we're paying so much money right now for these? It doesn't work that way. So Tyson is up to 93.25 right now. 90, 94. We don't need a fib in here, guys, but where are we? We're right. Well, we got above the moving average here, above the 21 moving average, the green. So we're going to look at a bull put spread below 90. Bull put spread below 90. So down here, somewhere down in that range. We'll see if there's any premium in it or not. Keep in mind, it is 11 days. I plan to be in and out in one day, but I don't want to hold on to this for 11 days. But that's the strike we have to use. All right. So let's see what you guys got on your list, because mine was fairly short today. Of course, I will be looking at anything that's on my power option plays list. We'll be looking at, which is, Adobe, Amazon, Booking, Baba, CMG, Facebook, Google, United Healthcare, Home Depot, Goldman Sachs, MasterCard, blah, 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 right? Those 20 stocks, I look at those every single day. There's not a day goes by, a trading day goes by, that I don't look at those as potential setups. I've got my list already of what we're looking for. We pulled out and we took clear choice on direction, meaning we put 4 orders up or out there. We voiced 4 orders out there for bearish trades off of the moving averages. So we've got 4 potential swing trade setups for today out there. So with that, let's go start looking at the ones you guys have. Karen's got IWM as in Mary. Let's go take a look at IWM. They're down 2 1/4 right now on IWM, again, as in Mary. It puts them at 180 right now. So if we scrunch down a little bit, we're just below that 182.78. So 177.5 is our support. I would definitely be looking at some pivot points on this. But guys, if we can get a retest of that 173 on this, Karen, and a fail, man, all over this as a bearish entry, with especially if the rest of the market's still moving down. Love it. Love the setup. I love the break that it had today. Right? Hope that helps. Let me know in the comments section down below. Linda's asking for AMD. Remember, when you type in your symbol, if you can, give me your trading plan. In other words, tell me what you're trying to do. What's your goal for the stock, that position? What are you looking for? Are you looking to buy a call, a put? Is it a spread? What is it you're trying to accomplish there? So AMD near the 8 moving average, expecting a bounce up. We'll wait to see if the market starts to recover some. All right, so we're in it, that neutral bias right now, Linda, on AMD. So I agree with you that you could get the bounce in here. We're down $2 right now, pre-market on it. But even if you get the bounce, what do you have to look at? 95.34 is support. Is not support, sorry, is the current price. 95.06, you see up here, is our 21 moving average. You should snap that 95.06 line on your intraday chart. Make it green, make it dash, do something to make it stand out that you know it's not a support or resistance, it's a moving average line, okay? And then just use that designation always going forward on your charts. But you've got resistance at 99.35. So you've got $4 to the upside. Not that it's bad, but we move about $5.50 a day. You can make it in there, but just caution knowing where everything is located is what it is. But we are down for the day. If you're looking bullish, you want to wait for that move up. All right. Erica's asking for QQQ and SPY. So we get both of those in there right out of the box. Let me know, Linda, if that was helpful in the comments below. So on Qs, we are down right now $5.58. Holy magaro. Right? We're down to 303.5 right now. Driving along in my automobile. Whoosh. All right. So it is a pivot point day without a doubt, Erica, on Qs. We don't have anything in between 300, 313. I don't need a pivot in here, and I don't want to falsely add one just for the sake of. We are at 304, we'll call it, which puts us closer to that 300 level, real far away at resistance. So the idea of a pullback and a fail is slim, at least pulling back to the 313. So look for those types of moves off of the pivot points on Qs. SPY, right? I've got a midpoint in there, but it's not an actual fibit. We don't need one in there. 6 to 20 is $14. We've got 20. We don't need a fibit in there, but it has worked so well relying on that level for me. I mean, look at Friday's move, guys. Just phenomenal. Phenomenal. By the way, you know, the moves that we see here correlate extremely well to pivots, right? Extremely well to pivots. So if we look at SPY on Friday, right? I want you to notice something. That pivot point right there, that's the number, 406.60. Ingrain it in your brain for a second, 406.60, right? That Fibonacci level, 406.50, 10 cents difference. Guys, there were so many stars aligned that said take the trade off of that 406.50 level. That's why I wasn't worried that we broke through a little bit on it, right? Which we've done that before. I talked about this in power option plays over the weekend. These two wicks coming down are similar to this type of pattern we had here, which gave us a nice catalyst. I'm not saying we're bouncing here, but I expected to see some pullback when we stretch back down to that 406.50 level again. On top of that, the 406.50 level is the negative 272, which has a one-word meaning to it, which is hesitation. We expect to hesitate at that level. All right. So all of that on SPY to say right now we are down $6 at 405.25. Right. So we're back at, actually we broke that 406.50. I'd still be looking at pivot points. You may have less levels in there just because of the move we've made already today. But 406.50 is your resistance now to contend with. So retest, fail, or break out and bounce, either one. All right. I hope that helps. Let me know, Erica, in the comments below. Alan is asking for Goldman Sachs, GS, one of the power option plays candidates. Bearish retest of the 314 and fail. Home run, baby. 8 moving average. The negative 136, which is our Fibot. We are bumping our head on ugly, right? Where are we now, Alan? That's the magic phrase. Where are we sitting right now? Oh, we're down $5. Darn. All right, we already had the move, right? So, Alan, we need that pullback and retest unless you're going to try to trade it off pivots. I don't do a lot of Goldman Sachs off pivots. You can. It's just not one that I normally do. But I do like to move if we can get pushed back up there, right? So I hope it helps. Let me know below. Frankie B is asking for PayPal. Closed at 81.68, current 79.55. Am I seeing an H pattern? Or I am seeing an H pattern. So let's go put in PayPal. Also a power option plays candidate. So it's an A. If you're focused on this as a Fibonacci, Frankie, yes, the pattern, the letter H is there, right? If you look here, we had this move down and then we had that little hook. It's an H, right? Too small. We had that same move down. We pushed up here. False H, I call it, because we never made it up to the 50 or the 618. It happened around the 236. So if you're looking at this here, it is an H, but not one that I trade, Frankie. I only trade the H's off of the 50 and the 618. Anything else in there is noise to me, right? Yes, you had to move up, you had to move back down, but a little bit of caution on it. PayPal, which is down right now $2 to 79.5. Right, you've got room down to 72. Definitely look at pivot points, intraday levels as a potential for it. Frankie, I hope it helps. Let me know in the comments below. Let's see. John said SPY currently at 450, 50 rally to the 2. All right, so let's go and look at your trading plan, John. Currently at 405.50 on SPY. Okay, I got 405 now, basically. A rally to the 272 fib. All right, so we need the scrunch, which takes us up to the 406.5. And fail for the short, otherwise using pivot points. The negative 272 has good confluence with Friday's low. Absolutely. And this one here as well, right? It's a good line that we respected. Yeah, you broke a little bit further through, but support is not meant to be a guarantee. Support is not meant to be. Listen, if you fall off of, you're standing on a chair outside and you fall on the floor, you're not guaranteed to land on your feet, right? You could fall and lay down on your side, right? Your head can be much closer to the floor than you think. Well, that's the same thing with a support level. It's there, but it doesn't mean it can't break it. If that were the case, man, oh man, this would be a different market to trade, wouldn't it? If it couldn't break it. Of course it can, right? It's a matter of deciphering what you believe can happen from that attempt or that test. That last test at the 272 was a massive move to the upside from it, right? Huge. 3 days of strong bullish move, right? Came back on Friday and tested again. All right, so I like the plan, John. I like it a lot. Chris is asking for ADSK, right, which is Autodesk. I haven't traded these guys in a long time. Let's see, unscrunch. Looks like we probably need a new fib in there. There's our hiccup, guys. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when I talk about hiccup, do this. Go over to tradinglikeaboss.com. Down at the bottom of the page, we've got the Fibonacci today's power indicator. It's a 3-part series, guys. It's about an hour long. Pick that series up, and it'll give you a good insight in how we use Fibonacci's, right? And while you're there, guys, we did the Key to Be Free on Saturday. We were packed. The training lasted about an hour and 30 minutes, hour 35 minutes, something like that. Great questions along the way. A lot of thank yous at the very end. A lot of individuals stoked about the details I laid out. So we've got another one coming up tonight is the next one, 8 p.m. this evening. So go ahead and click on that. Go to tradinglikeaboss.com. Sean's going to drop those links in if he hasn't already, and check it out. All right. So as we're looking at ADSK, where are we? ADSK, where are we in pre-market is what I mean. We're down $3 right now, right? That puts us at 191. So we're still above this 186 level. Pivot points would be my choice personally on this. But if whatever your signal in is, keep your eye on that 186.25 as a downside support level. All right. I hope that one helps. Where are we? There we go. All right, Chris, let me know if it did. Put the comment down below. Coca-Cola, Larry's asking for, which is KO. Come on, where's my mouse? Okay. KO. Let's see what their pre-market looks like. So they're down 43 cents right now. They were in a true bullish bias on Friday. They're at 64.31 right now. So bullish neutral. But if we break down on a close, it has to be. But we break down below that 64.34. Oh, it's actually 64.31. So right now, if we closed here, we'd be at a neutral bias. Excuse me. But we've got a lot of opportunity on this. If the market does get any kind of rally, we got to move up above the 64.75. But if you do fail, 63.37 is your target on Coke. All right. All right, so we got that already for Frankie on PayPal. Andres is asking for Apple. Andres, it's awesome that you bring them up to us on a regular basis because I lose connection with Apple because we took it off our power option plays list. So I don't pay attention to it as often as I used to. It used to be an everyday trade basically, but and it was almost 99% guaranteed you would trade in on a Friday, but every Friday. Right now, we're down at 154. We're down 3 in jingle. So, wow. It's actually 53.91. So we're just above the 882 level, which means this fib is almost done. It's almost at a point that we need a new fib, right? So if you get the bounce, you've got room up to 157. But Andres, because we're in a true bearish bias, I'd be looking for the break of the 153.5, a retest and fail. Even if you're using pivot points, respect that 153.58 level. Guys, keep that in mind. It is there. It is real, right? And you want to make sure you're focused on that, okay? Hope that helps. Let me know in the comments, Andres. Sean said SPY retest at the 406.50 and retest and fail down to the... Yep, you got it, Sean. I forgot who else had it in, but same plan. So I love that multiple of you are looking at the exact same trading plan for the exact same company. You're seeing it. You're getting it. Let's see. Linda said, thank you. I'm okay with smaller moves. Down days, sometimes after 10:30, we'll get a bounce up. Yes, that is true. Very helpful. All right. So let's see. Larry brought back Coke again. So let me see. We'll bring Coke in again. And it said 511 call. Need to get above 65. So May 11th. which is this Wednesday. Not really sure what you mean by 511. I'm guessing you mean 513, which is Friday. I'm guessing. Get above 65. Yeah, that's what we're looking for is can he get back above the 65? Yes. But I'd want it above the 65 first before taking the entry, personally. All right. Good. Chris said, awesome. Thanks. All right. Fantastic. So, guys, I think we're there. With that, we're good. So make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. Good luck trading today. And I will see all of you mañana at our next one. Take care, folks. See you then. Bye.